What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and the day has finally arrived. Clan Wars 2's update is finally live, and so I wanted to do a quick little guide on how everything works and what you should be doing in order to maximize the amount of rewards that you get by the end of the week. So we're not going to waste any time. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. So right off the bat, if you're on your battle tab, go ahead and head over to your clan tab, and then this is the screen that you should see, or something very similar to it. So right off the bat, you can tell that you're not going straight to your clan's social area where you'll see chat and trades and requests. That is all still there. It's just hidden up in this button in the top right where the banner is. So if you hit it, you can go ahead and see all that great stuff. On the top left, you can see the leaderboard for the current river race. So you can compare your fame versus any of the other clans' fame and see who you should be boat battling in order to slow them down and all that great stuff. And then you can also see what week of the season that we're on and the current end time for the current river race that you're in. Now go ahead and close that out. In the top middle, you'll see again the duration of the river race that you're currently in, and then you'll also see the fame that you've earned versus how much you actually need in order to reach the end and cross the finish line. So that is what the UI changes are pretty much like for that. So it is kind of nice because the big change is that the leaders and co-leaders of clans do not have to opt into Clan Wars anymore. You pretty much just have to have enough eligible people to play in it, and people can just play in it. So that's why this is going to be your main clan screen, because it's always going to be pretty much open and it's going to be on a weekly basis. So that's really nice for people that happen to miss out on collection day in the original Clan Wars. Now they can just kind of jump in whenever they can and contribute, earning fame for the overall clan. So the very first thing before you can participate in Clan Wars is you have to create 4 unique decks with 32 unique cards. So let's go ahead and jump into that process. Alright, so building decks is a pretty simple concept. All you have to do is click on the templates at the very bottom of the screen that are outlined in gold and just build your decks. So like I said, they have to be 4 unique decks, so no deck can have another card that another deck has, meaning 32 unique cards. So the cool thing is if you have a deck that you liked and you play with on ladder or in the 2v2 matches and stuff like that, you can actually go over here to your deck tab and go ahead and copy, and then go back over to the war tab, go over here and paste it in. So they did add that feature where you can copy from your regular deck base and over to your war. So that is an easy concept. If you have some decks that you've tried out on ladder and you think will be successful in war, you can do it that way. You can also hit this wand tab, which will generate a deck for you. So if you ran out of ideas or you feel like giving the randomizer a spin, you can go ahead and do that. It'll just randomize a deck for you and you can just play around with that. And that's for people that don't really care too much, or maybe they have a lot of high level cards and they just want to see what Clash Royale itself comes up with. But yeah, so those are some pretty easy ways to bring up some decks. But like I said, pretty simple concept. You're just going to build a deck like normal. But yeah, you want to kind of experiment. I know there's probably already some videos out there saying these are the 4 best decks for war and blah blah blah, but honestly this is all about experimenting and having fun with it, trying out some different stuff that you may not try like normal. And that's why I kind of like that magic wand button to generate something for you, just because it could be fun, it could make something really strong or really fun that you may want to try out later or build upon. So yeah, that is the creating a deck part of Clan Wars 2. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and jump into how boat defenses and boat battles work. Alright, so with Clan Wars 2 came boat defense and boat battles. So if you want to go ahead and set up a boat defense, all you have to do is click on your clan boat and you'll be brought to this screen. Now down below you can actually see clan defenses that your clanmates have already set up. and you can actually click on them and kind of see what they did to set them up and how they're defending. But at the very top is going to be your defense. So once you click on that, you can actually click on your turrets or your towers at the very top, and you can assign 4 different units to each tower. Now what's going to happen is once that tower is actually hit, it will start summoning these units, and in this order. So, or at least from my experience, it's been in this order. So what you want to do is you want to set up a defense, but also an offense, just because if you are able to actually get units to the opposing King's Tower, that King's Tower is actually a lot lower than normal King's Towers, and I think a Mega Knight jumping on a level 11 tower almost one-shot it. So you definitely want to have some offensive capability to your defense, just because that could end a boat battle very quickly and be a successful defense. Now, the whole, point behind defenses is to have a lot of them. So currently we have 10 out of 15 defenses set up, and that means that every single defense actually has to be broken through in order to damage the boat. And once a boat is damaged, it can no longer move. And so all players cannot earn fame. Instead, they'll be earning repair rewards in order to repair the boat. Now, so far, we don't know exactly how many repair rewards are needed in order to repair a whole boat, but it does stop a boat in its tracks. So you want to make as many layers of defense as possible, so that's just not a practical thing for people to aim for. Now, when it comes to actually battling and trying to, damage an opposing boat, all you have to do is click on the boat that you want to attack, and then you will hit attack, and this will actually use the cooldown of one of your decks, but you still can earn fame and gold, and possibly take out a defense. So when you are actually battling, all damage does persist on the current defense that you attack. So right now, the one that I'm looking at, 2 towers have already been destroyed, and 1 tower has already been hit. So this is actually going to probably be a pretty easy battle for me if I decided to attack, because there's only 1 turret left and it's already been damaged. So it's not too big of a deal. And once that is done, they'll only have 8 defenses left before the boat becomes damaged. So this is the nice thing, as even if you're a low level and you want to do a boat battle, any of the damage that you do will actually stay on the boat or the boat defense. And so when another player comes in, it makes it a lot easier for them to destroy the rest of the turrets and whatnot. So just keep that in mind. If you are a lower level and you feel like you're not really accomplishing much, do note that you could do a boat battle and it could actually affect the outcome of slowing down an opposing boat. So that is the way the whole boat defense and the boat battles work. They're pretty self-explanatory, I guess, for the most part. The defense, you pretty much just set up and just leave it. And then the boat battles are just you going against a bunch of units. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Next, we'll go ahead and jump into how fame works and how repair rewards work, and how that affects the gameplay of how Clan Wars 2 works. Alright, so let's jump into the main purpose, I guess, behind Clan Wars 2, and that is fame. So if you scroll up a little bit from the very beginning of the river race, you'll see 2 tasks. You'll see battle and you'll see duel. So these are ways that you can actually earn fame, and fame is the ultimate goal pretty much in order to move your boat to the finish line. Now, every single time you end up doing a battle, or pretty much a task in general, you're going to use up at least one of your decks. So every time you use a deck, it does go on a 24-hour cooldown. So the whole concept behind Clan Wars 2 is pretty much use all 4 of your decks at least once during a day. That's all you have to do. And it's pretty simple, and this is how you're going to maximize the amount of rewards that you're getting. So for example, battle is the simple thing that we know. Best of 1, you go against someone, you win, you lose, and that's it. So once you play a battle, that deck that you've chosen to use goes on cooldown whether you win or you lose. If you win, obviously you get the win rewards, 168 fame, for example, and the 1,000 gold. So once you do that, that deck goes on cooldown, and you have 3 more decks that you can use for the day. Now you can choose to do another battle and continue to do that and just play 4 times doing battles, and that's all you have to do for Clan Wars for the day. Other than that, you can go do the duel mode, which duel mode is the best of 3 and will possibly use up to 3 decks because it is a best of 3. And so if you happen to lose the first one and win the next 2, you've used a total of 3 decks and you've earned the same amount of fame but more gold. So depending on what you feel more comfortable with, because technically you could just win 2-0 and still have 2 more decks to use for the day and earn the 168 fame on top of the 3,500 gold. So you come out a little bit ahead with using less decks, but that's just kind of what you're comfortable with for the most part. Other than that, so that is when you are trying to move up the river. Now let's say your boat is damaged. So when your boat is damaged, you are not able to earn fame. You are only able to earn repair rewards. So you'll do the exact same thing. You can play a battle or a duel, but instead of earning fame, you'll earn repair rewards. The other exception is if you want to go to this little boat yard right next to where my current boat is. I can't really click on it because my boat's not damaged, but pretty much what the boat yard's going to be used for is you can put a deck on cooldown and it will give you free repair rewards for doing nothing. Now I'd imagine this is going to be a lower amount of rewards that you can earn than from duels and battles, but it's a way to guarantee a decent amount of repair rewards in order to get your boat up and running again. Now currently we do not know how many repair rewards are going to be needed in order to get a boat back up and running, but just note that if your boat does become damaged, you will be earning repair rewards instead of fame, and so that will pretty much significantly slow you down during the river race. But that's pretty much the main basis of how you are either going to repair a broken boat or move up through the river and get to that final chest at the end. So the last thing I want to talk about is actually this guy over here on the left side, the trader and the rewards. So let's go ahead and jump in. Alright, so the last thing is the trader and rewards. So right on the top left, you can click on the trader, and this is pretty much just another way in order to use your trade tokens that you may be hoarding. So he'll offer you certain cards and he'll ask for certain cards, and once you select them, you can just go ahead and say trade. They'll use up the trade token that's valid for the trade, and that's it. So this is pretty much just another way in order to kind of get cards that maybe your clanmates aren't willing to give up, or maybe there's just a good deal, maybe you just need some extra stuff for star power or whatever. But honestly, this is a really good change just because it's an additional way to find cards that you may be needing. You can re-roll the cards that you want to give, but honestly I don't think it's worth the 10 gems. But hey, if you have access gems and you want to re-roll what you want to give, go for it. So that is a pretty cool little feature that they added. And lastly is rewards. So if you are the first to cross the finish line, you're guaranteed a legendary, and this happens weekly. So if your clan is doing very well and happens to be pushing first every single clan war or river race, you're pretty much guaranteed a legendary every week. But yeah, so beyond that, if you do happen not to hit that 50,000 mark for fame and you just fall short of the finish line, you still do end up getting rewards. It's just not as significant as if you would have passed the finish line. So if you do happen to have people that are contributing, but you just don't have enough people to get to that 50,000, don't worry, you'll still get stuff. It's just not going to be as crazy as passing the finish line. And maybe they'll kind of drive people to start playing a little bit more, or making sure they're putting all their decks on cooldown every day just to make sure they get that extra little reward. But overall, that is Clan Wars 2. So I think honestly, this is a great update versus Clan Wars 1. Clan Wars 1 kind of locked people out if they didn't, meet criteria on Collections Day. With this whole update, everything is consistently going, and so people can kind of chime in or help in different ways and whatnot. So I think this is a pretty cool update. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the update so far. I know there's been a lot of hate comments on the update, but I want to know what you guys like about it, what you guys dislike about it. We can have that conversation down in the comments down below. And also don't forget to, like and subscribe if you thought this video was helpful and you want to see more content. Also check out my social media because I will most likely probably post a picture or image of the rewards at the end of the week, or I might make a short little video just because we don't really know what rewards are looking like with this whole Clan Wars 2. I know they keep on saying that it's going to contain a lot of gold, but we don't know what a lot means. So kind of curious on, what that's going to be like. But yeah, go ahead and follow my socials as well, and I will see you guys in the next video.